narrative and historical significance by the eminent author and historian Dr. Sanjeev Chopra. Here in the distinguished setting of the India International Center, we come together to celebrate not just the unveiling of the book, but the revival of a pivotal chapter in India's history. To formally open the evening, I invite Sri K. M. Srivastava, Director of the India International Center, to deliver the welcome address.
Okay now. Honorable Sri Arif Mohammad Khan Sahab, Governor of Bihar, author of the book, my colleague Sri Sanjeev Chopra, Sri Adar Sastri, Shekhar Gupta, Dr. Aishwarya Pandit, dignitaries sitting in the audience, Sri Prem Prakash ji, Sri Ajay Chaudhary, Sri Ravi Misra, ladies and gentlemen. It's my proud privilege to extend a very warm welcome to His Excellency Sri Arif Mohammad Khan, who has very kindly accepted our invitation to be the chief guest today here to unveil the book, The Great Conciliator, authored by Sri Sanjeev Chopra. It is always a treat to the ears and mind to hear Arif Saab. He is indeed a great scholar, a great speaker. We all still remember the speeches that he delivered as Member of Parliament, as a minister in the Parliament. How can one forget his frank, frank way of expressing his views, his historical speech that he made on the occasion of this Sahabanu controversy still reverberates, in our mind. The book on Shastriji, titled The Great Conciliator, written by Sri Sanjeev Chopra, indeed is a true tribute to a great son of India. Shastriji, when he became Prime Minister of the country, we are all young school students. As we all know, he came from a very humble background and lived his life that way throughout. He also lived, not only he faced poverty, but also lived poverty. And because of his nature, because of his approach, because of his honesty, he rose to become Prime Minister of this great country. And that too at a time when the country has suffered a huge defeat at the hand of China just a couple of years back. The country was facing acute, food shortage. And then we had to also face an aggression from Pakistan in 1965. At that time, it was definitely a very challenging task for the Prime Minister of the country to steer clear the nation. And Shastriji not only discharged his duties and responsibilities as a Prime Minister to the best of his ability and to the best of satisfaction of the countrymen, but he also cleared us from this crisis situation. Speakers, of course, are going to speak more in details about Shastriji, but I would only like to say that many things that he did ultimately proved to be a game changer for the country. The important ones being the Green Revolution, the White Revolution. Many people do not know. I did not know till I started working in the Karnataka Milk Federation that it is Shastriji's visit to Amul, where he saw the great work being done by Dr. Kurian in promoting this milk revolution, and also to save the farmers, milk farmers, from the exploitation of middlemen. That at his encouragement, Dr. Kurian set up the National Dairy Development Board, which has done a wonderful service for the country throughout. As a professor of IAS in 1976, when we were undergoing training, our director used to be Dr. Sri Rajeshwar Prasad, who had worked as a private secretary to Lal Bahadur Shastri Ji for almost 7 years during his premiership as well. Every year he would be, delivering a talk to us on the birthday of Lal Bahadur Shastri Ji on his life and experience that he had with Shastri Ji. It used to be such a heart-rendering kind of, experience for us to listen about the person whom we all endured. I still remember as a school student, when we were facing the food crisis all over the country, Shastri just gave a call to the countrymen that let us give up our one meal in a week. The whole nation, without any murmuring, gave up, morning, the lunch on the Mondays, so that the food gain could be, conserved, and that could be, given out to the poorer people who are not having, food grains, etc. Now, this kind of leadership, this kind of appeal, from political leaders, from the national leaders, how many of us follow nowadays? Things have really completely changed. I still remember when I went to Allahabad University in 1969 for my education, on the walls of one of the buildings in Chowk area, there is a graffiti written, शास्त्री जी को वोट दीजिए. ये 1962 के टाइम पे लिखा हुआ था. I remember other several memories which I can recall in relating to Shastri ji, which really motivated all of us to live a life dedicated to the nation. I would like to, on this occasion, immensely compliment my colleague Dr. Sanjeev Chopra, who has, put in a lot of efforts in bringing out his book. There have been many directors of Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration in Mussoorie. Everybody had naturally, I would say, tremendous amount of praise for Shastri ji, but none of them could, have the perseverance of collecting materials and writing such a book. Because there are several books on many leaders, but on Shastri ji we do not find so much of, literature available. So in that direction, I would say that for the nation as a whole, Sanjeev has done a human service by writing this book. On this occasion, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to His Excellency Sri Arif Mohammad Khan Sahib for being with us here today and agreeing to unveil this book. Hearty welcome to you, sir. I also welcome the other speakers, Sri Adarsh Shastri, Sri Shekhar Gupta, Dr. Aishwarya Pandit, and of course our colleague Dr. Sanjeev Chopra. Warm welcome to Sri Prem Prakash ji, who has worked with Shastri ji and he was with him at Tashkent. He is amid us here. Warm welcome to Sri Ajay Chaudhary ji, Sri Ravi Mishra, and to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion. Thank you very much.
For laying the foundation for what promises to be an intellectually enriching evening. Next, we are privileged to hear from the author himself, Dr. Sanjeev Chopra, scholar of remarkable erudition, who will share what's inspired him to pen the great consolator and why Lal Bahadur Shastriji's leadership continues to hold relevance today. Over to you, Dr.
Thank you very much, Dr. Munshi. Honorable Shri Arif Mohammad Khan ji, the Governor of Bihar, and an inspiration for all of us. In fact, when he was visiting the academy at that time, I told him that I'll be writing on Shastri ji. And he said, when you write it, let me know, and I'll come to launch your book. So thank you very much. Sir, I have kept my promise, and you've kept your promise. So thank you so much for being here with us. Mr. Shekhar Gupta, an icon, a person whom everybody knows. Everybody wants to, know. And thank you very much, sir, for walking the talk and for, leading the print, online, offline, and, the national interest in the real sense of the term. Thank you very much for being here. My friend Aishwarya Pandit, who's author, scholar, and has written some very wonderful books, and of course Adarsh Shastri ji. Thank you, Adarsh ji, for joining us. In fact, he had to cut short his program. He was supposed to be in Calcutta, but at the request of his distinguished father, Mr. Anil Shastri ji, he's agreed to come. Members of the Lal Bahadur Shastri family have extended a lot of their support and cooperation in writing this book, because writing a book of this nature is not possible unless the family opens its heart out. And Mr. Anil Shastri and Manju Shastri ji really opened their heart out at the occasion of meeting Sunil Shastri ji. So that's all made a lot of difference. I'm very grateful that people as distinguished as Mr. Prem Prakash Ji are here. Mr. Ajay Chaudhary, thank you very much for endorsing the book. We have with us my dear friend Ravi Mishra from the Prime Minister's Memorial Library, because that library is the repository, the actual repository of, where you can get all the material, not only on Shastriji, but on all Prime Ministers of the country. And I think it's a great resource, a resource that needs to be acknowledged and read. So friend, let's come to the point. Governor Sahib has been kind enough to give us some leeway on time. So it's not as strict a program as was approved. So thank you very much, sir. Only governors can have this liberty of giving us this grace. So thank you, sir, for being as gracious as you always are. And for speakers, the gift of time is the best gift that you can give, sir. So for speakers, the best gift is the gift of time. So thank you so much. So friends, the question often comes up that why a book on Shastriji? As I mentioned, when I took over charge as the director of the academy on 1st January 2019, that was a dream job for me. I always wanted to be the director of the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy. I went there, and after paying floral tributes to Sardar Patel, who is actually the Bhisham Pitama for the civil services, I went to the Gandhi Smriti library of the academy, and I was looking at all the books that are there in our library. So we've got 2 million books in our library. 2 lakh books in our library. 2 million, we won't have the space, but 2 lakh books in our library. But the number of books on Shastriji were not more than a score. There were not more than 20 books on Lal Bahadur Shastri, the person on whom the academy is named. And that was in contrast to the books on Mr. Nehru, on Mr. Gandhi, collected works of Mahatma Gandhi are there. So I thought, let's just put some time and effort into studying the life of Lal Bahadur Shastriji. 3 of my very distinguished predecessors in the IAS, Mr. Rajesh Prasad, Mr. L.P. Singh, and Mr. C.P. Srivastav, who worked with him, have written about him, but they have written about the time that they spent with him. But I wanted to understand the time and the space and the people and the events which made Lal Bahadur Shastri. Because you have to situate the person in the times. And the times were 1900. And when you read the speeches of the Congress presidents of 1900 to 1940s, you see the way the country was transitioning. From a time in 1900 when Lord Curzon was being welcomed as the greatest star on the Indian firmament, to the time when when the disillusionment set in because of 1903, the famine that took place, the partition of Bengal, the decline started. And then, of course, we see 1915, we see Mahatma Gandhi's entry on the scene. So all these are impacts. This time has a great impact on individuals. So an individual is not a product of himself. An individual is a product of his time. An individual is also a product of the place that he lives in, but a place itself is a product of the time. So for instance, when we talk of Mughal Sarai, Mughal Sarai, the great railway junction. So why did that railway junction come up? What was it used for? So all these things came up. Then we come to Benares, the city where he grew up. Benares, what a great city. That was the time when BHU was being made, when Kashi Vidyapeeth was being made, when all these things were happening. So again, Benares. Then he goes to Lahore, a city about which we know little, and something on which our historical records are also not that great, because we've lost some of those records in transition. And then Allahabad, then Lucknow, and then finally New Delhi. So these are the places where Shastriji lived and worked, and I've tried to capture some of these places, the nuances of these places. I've tried to look at people. Ammaji, his mother, a great influence on him. Lalitaji, his wife, and the great reconciliation that he had to do between his mother and his wife. His mother was very conservative, but very bold at some level. She did not want Lalitaji to be out and picket the foreign cloth, but he had to reconcile that. So Shastriji's life is actually a life of reconciliation, of reconciling many, many, many different interests. And that's what he did with Mr. Purushottam Das Tandon and Jawaharlal Nehru. He was fond of both of them. Both of them were also equally fond of him. So I'll not take too much time, but that's what I wanted to convey, that this is how the whole aspect of conciliation that came up. Friends, till 1930, after 1935, a lot is known about his life, because by then he had become a legislator. He was he was the president of the Allahabad District Congress Committee. But the greatest contribution to my mind, one of the greatest contributions, was the Congress Agrarian Committee Reforms Report, which he wrote in 1935. The foundations of the CSCP, the foundations of MG Narega, the foundations of right to work, the right to food, all of them we find in this thing. And another very important point about Shastriji is that he did not speak emotionally. He spoke on empirical facts. Everything that he wrote was based on facts. You read the report, you'll find that there were 4.96 crore people in UP at that time. 12 lakh was the number of people who had land. These are the number of people who had land in excess. This was the number of tenants. So it's a very detailed report, and therefore whatever Shastriji wrote was something which was out of the ordinary. General Pannu is here, who's helped me reconstruct the 1962 and the 1965 episode, especially the 1965 episode. The first person, who led the country from debacle to resurgence, that's the name of Mr. R.D. Pradhan's book, on how we were able to, to actually show that we are a strong nation on the back of Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, an absolutely stirring slogan which galvanized the country. And I must mention here that it was Ranjit Singh who first went and got back went to Kabul and got back the gates of Golden Temple and Somnath. But the first person in India who was heading the Republic of India and crossed the borders of India was actually Lal Bahadur Shastri. So I think he is the first person who actually, and because of whom, you actually were able to fly the national flag on several police stations in Lahore and the Sialkot sectors. Brigadier Sukhjit Singh was then a major, working with him in the Sialkot sector. He would have been here, but I couldn't have been here. Very grateful that Brigadier Sukhjit Singh and Mr. Prem Prakash ji, two people who actually worked with Mr. Shastri, are here with us today, and we're really honored. A lot is, I won't take too much time. In spite of your grace, I will close.